Okie dokie, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bear Beer Review number 7. Today I brought a rather fitting beer along to the fray. This is the Tol, which means two beers in Danish, Reparationsbajer, or recovery beer. If you watched the last video, it was a nice barley wine before going out on a rather heavy drinking session, a very full-on night out. So this is the perfect accompaniment for that. A little bit about Tol, the brewery. They're actually a nomadic brewery. They all call themselves choccie brewers because they actually borrow other people's equipment. They go to other breweries and use their equipment instead. Because they like to reinvent the wheel, so they say themselves, they like to reinvent the wheel, try and work on their beers and their recipes, and they find the best way to do that is to try it on different equipment, and also because of the budget and because they're a very small scale brewing outfit, they think that using other people's equipment is the best way to get the best quality. They are actually two fellas who I believe were students of Mikkel from the Mikkel brewery, who gave me the fantastic barley wine from yesterday that I am still recovering from. So that they are very, very skilled fellas, about Reparationsbajer, I'll just hold this up and I'll swing this around while I'm having a chat to you, so you can see the wonderful artwork on it. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks like some kind of electron micrograph or something like that, or out of some ingredients, all kind of crystalline. You can see on the top as well. This beer is meant to be a hangover beer, a hair of the dog essentially in Danish, is pretty much what it means. It is a pale ale of sorts with tons of American and New Zealand hops in, I believe, so it'll be Nelson Sauvin and some Cascade Centennial, something like that. So it could be quite a hoppy little fella. It is 5.8% as well. So it could be quite, well, it is quite an alcoholic beer, considering this is meant to be one for recovery, shall we say. I'm not sure how my liver will take this beer, but I can only do it some good, I hope. I was just looking on the website, and they have a fantastic little spiel about the beer. So I might just give you a quick readout of some of it at least. They say, the day after a tour de force in the world of alcohol, where good manners have been thrown on the shoulder, the liver has been punished, that's true, and the dance floor hasn't looked better since Strandfort and Saturday Night's Fever. One physical and mental state needs to get in gear for another week of tedious paperwork. You need something to cleanse your taste buds from the taste of cheap slave tequila. You need something to recover you safely and give you a renewed love for the zest of life. In simple terms, you need a really good recovery beer. So that's what this beer is. Well fitting, because I still have a bit of a fuzzy head myself. So let's crack her open and have some sniffs. Oh, there wasn't much in the way of steam coming off the top of that, but that's okay. Let's give her a pour out. Give it a good glug there. Get loads of air in it, I think. And it should just... There we go. Good amount of head. That is pretty much two finger head, yeah. Give or take 2 finger head. Dark coppery colour. Fine bubbles, really small bubbles. It's lacing well, it's coming back down again, but it's sticking to the side of the glass. And let's get some aromas, give it a sniff. Yeah, it's a really typical pale ale sort of smell. You can definitely tell it's in New Zealand sour hops because it's very pungent. There's very citrusy flavours. It's all the typical ones, and I've done quite a few pale ales on this. I think I've done 3 out of 7. So I've not done too bad on the pale ales really. Your typical citrus notes going on in the nose. There's also quite a lot of malt in it as well. There is a nice malty backbone too. So it's not just a full-on hop bomb, but there's definitely nice amount of hops going on in this one. So let's tuck on in and have a good taste. Yeah, that's a really hoppy beer. It's the first thing that hits you. is the taste of the citrus and the grapefruit and the hops right on the tip of your tongue, and it's really really refreshing beer actually. It's got a really light mouthfeel. It feels quite watery. It doesn't feel very heavy and thick. It feels very very smooth, very very light. Again, I guess considering it's a 6%, I thought maybe it might have a little bit more body to it. I can already still taste the hop bitterness as well. That kind of came through after the initial wave, but I'll go in again and get some more flavours. Yep, there is a nice bit of malt as well. You get the hops straight up front, your citrus and your grapefruits, then you get kind of malt. The best way I can describe it is when you kind of breathe out, you get the malty taste coming back in. Or at least it seems to be for me. That's how it kind of works, and then it all kind of eases away into a nice level of bitterness going through. It's a very pleasant beer. It's very much quite thirst quenching, despite the bitterness going on. You know, this is the sort of thing, and like I said, when you're on cheap tequila, and I was on very cheap Sambuca, it's nice. It's very comfortable to come back and get a really nice beer in your hand. And this one is a very nice beer, very good example. I would say it's quite it'd be quite a nice summer beer actually, when it's really hot outside, and you want to sit and you want to have something nice and refreshing. I think this would do the job quite well. Sorry, pardon me, burping. It's obviously got quite a lot of carbonation in it because it is making me burp like no one's business. I forgot to mention as well. Actually, it's really cloudy. You can't see through that. I can't see through that at all. What was I? Yeah, so it would be perfect. It's it's not a kind of quaffing session beer. It's probably you're only going to have one of these, and maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the kind of kicker. It's your recovery beer, but it's the only beer you're going to have, and you're going to make sure it's the only one. It's certainly not making my belly turn, so that's always a good thing, considering I was drinking so much. Very enjoyable. I want to try out some more stuff by the tall guys. With this kind of Danish craft brewing scene, it seems to be really going places. I really enjoy the Danish beer scene. They're really trying to buck the trend and get away from the one that everyone knows, Carlsberg. So give them a try as well. Favourite it, share it around, subscribe, and I shall catch you all next time. Cheers.